Bruh. Oh my goodness. So there was a moment in time where I used to believe that everyone could be reasoned with. Okay, I thought everyone could be reasoned with outside of hate, of course. There was a way to reason with someone. Hey, this is why I think people should be paid more. Hey, this is why I believe that, everyone deserves to eat. Certain ideals, certain beliefs that they can be reasoned with. I even believe that, even when it comes to black people, that there is a pain threshold that we will hit. And then black people will unite and we will be like, yo, this is enough is enough. We're going to get our ducks in order. We're going to start getting people who are, in office or in positions of power who resonate with what we want, right? A lot of stuff, right? A lot of just, fee, foo, up in the air stuff. And as I've gotten older, I've realized that is foolish. I've realized that there is a cult of stupid on this planet, on this earth, in this country, that you can't reason with, that there's nothing you can do, there's nothing you can show them once their mind is made up, and that's it. Whoever they have listened to that have told them that, hey, 1 + 1 is 6, you're not going to get through to them telling them, hey, that's wrong.
But Brondo's got what plants crave.
It's got electrolytes.
The person that they listen to is going to have to tell them, hey, that's wrong. And it seems that there are a certain group of people who have weaponized good chunks of the country of these stupids. They have weaponized the stupids against themselves. So now you get stupids who are voting for billionaires, billionaires and millionaires, thinking that they're going to help them. They're going to help them and better their life. And then that screws over the rest of us because now we're outnumbered by the stupids.
Well, we're fucked.
And I say that because I saw this story and it was emblematic of everything in the country. This couple, okay, you have a husband and you have a wife, and they had a child. And I say had because it's past tense. Because their child, unfortunately, they were grieving over their child. They had lost their child. Unfortunate, as that may be. But they lost their child due to measles. That's correct. Y'all know the Texas outbreak that's been going on in Texas, right? Measles, people are catching measles, people are dying from measles, like something that people haven't died from for a while now. I believe I did the last video, I think I said it was like decades since someone who's perished from measles, right? Because we have vaccinations. They lost their child to measles. Now, you would think that upon this happening, they would have a different outlook. You would think that all this could have been prevented, but no, that's not the case. They go on this interview and say, hey, I still wouldn't recommend people get a vaccine. That the father goes on to say that it boosts your immune system and it helps you stop other illnesses like cancer.
She says they would still say don't do the shots. There's doctors that can help with measles. They're not as bad as they're making it out to be.
Yeah. And also the measles are good for the body, for the people, because the measles are getting the what is it?
What
Entzündung. Infection.
Infection.
Yeah, they get infection out, and
du meinst das immune system?
Yes, immune system.
They're trying to say that the measles actually helps build the immune system in the long run if they get the measles now.
Nej, kvinnan inte så lik kriv in the long run.
In the long run, they kriegen nicht so leicht, they kriegen nicht so leicht kriv.
Yeah, they kriegen nicht so leicht kriv.
Okay, so in the long run, he says they wouldn't get cancer as easily, and it fights off a lot of stuff, the immunity that they get from the measles.
Are you retarded? Listen when I tell you this. This level of stupid is dangerous. But what you have to understand, what I have to understand, and honestly, I didn't know this. I did not know that people like this exist. That there are actual just brain dead, brain rot. That's the best way I can describe them. That's where they are. And that the majority of this country is represented in these two people. That's the majority. That's what you don't see on TV. In TV, it's always, the white guy who's a lawyer, the white woman who's trying to climb the ladder, right? There's always a level of competence that's displayed among white people. It just is what it is. And it makes sense, right? If I was a dominant group in the country, of course I'd want me displayed in a certain level, right? I want my image to be maintained. And unfortunately, what we're now dealing with is a backlash from the stupids, okay? That's what we're dealing with as a country, as a whole. We're dealing with a backlash from the stupids, okay? Because apparently they've been ignored, they've been propagandized this whole entire time, and now all of us have to suffer.
Damn.
To hear this family say that they, even upon their child no longer being with them, gone, from a disease that could have been cured, that a disease that the child did not have to perish from, that them still saying, hey, I believe they said that she was better off now with God because she doesn't have to deal with the stuff and everything, right? She doesn't have to deal with all the criticism or something like that. And I'm like, oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. Can you imagine a level of stupid and but just switch it out with hate? Now you get it, right? Now you get it. Like, this video helped me understand a lot, because this level of stupid, there are people in this country that have this level of hate. So when it comes to SSI going, when it comes to cuts to Medicare, when it comes to cuts to social programs, when it comes to cuts to, the Department of Education, there is a combination of stupids and hate that is vicious, bro. That is dangerous for the rest of us, okay? That is absolutely dangerous for the rest of us. And we've got to do something about it, bro. We've got to do something about it. Hopefully Democrats completely clean house. What Chuck Schumer did, unacceptable. Needs to be gone, all right? There are a lot of other people who need to be gone. But there has to be a message that reaches these people, because if we don't, it's going to be donezo for the rest of us.
But Brondo's got what plants crave.
It's got electrolytes.
For the rest of us who have an IQ above room temperature, it's going to be donezo. We'll probably get imprisoned for answering simple questions right. You won't get pulled over for speeding, bro. They'll say they're pulling you over for speeding, and then they'll ask you, hey, what's 1 + 1? And you say 2, and they'll say, hey, step out of the car.
He's out of line, but he's right.
It's funny, but it's not. I'm telling you, bruh. It'll get to the point where you'll be at a red light and you don't know whether to go or to stop. Right? Because the stupids will take over. And they'll be like, that's not red. That's green. And like, that's clearly red. That's what we'll be. And it will affect our courts. It'll affect our attorneys. It'll affect our doctors, our healthcare, everything. So we have a duty, okay? We have a duty. If you love this country, if you think this country can be better, we have an obligation, all right, to reach these people, okay? To reach them to any way, shape, or form. Because we can see that even upon pain of death, they're still just, nah, I still wouldn't take the vaccine. I still wouldn't do it. They lost their child, and they're still telling you, hey, don't do it. Now, I don't know how crazy that is, but that's pretty crazy to me. So I just want people to understand this is what we're dealing with. We are dealing with an aggressive, weaponized level of stupid. That's what we're dealing with. That and hate. Okay, hate I can deal with, because many of the people who are like, oh, I hate y'all, they're just dealing with false data, false narratives, confirmation bias. That I can deal with to some degree. But when it comes to the stupids, when it comes to them, that's a different level, bro. That's a different level. We have got to find a way to communicate to them, or we are all going to perish, bro. It's going to be game over for all of us, all right? Red, black, white, it doesn't matter, bro. The aliens, okay? The aliens are going to perish too. You're going to start seeing spaceships fly off. I didn't know we had this many aliens here on Earth. I'm telling you, it's not going to be good. Anyways, guys, that's the video. I don't know what's the other side here. Lucas, they have a point. Lucas, they do have a point. You can absolutely survive from measles without a vaccine. I hear you. Don't get me wrong. I hear you. I'm not one of those cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs that, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Like, I'm not shooting myself up. But at the same time, I'm not going to lose a child because of my beliefs, right? That seems a bit foolish. That seems a bit selfish. That seems a bit of child neglect. That's what I would argue. Nevertheless, if you happen to disagree, you know where to find me Friday through Sunday. Disagreement day, you can call in, we duke it out. Otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to like, share, comment, let me know what you guys think, and subscribe. And that fun stuff. Till next time, guys, be amazing.
So in the long run, he says they wouldn't get cancer as easily.